What's going on? In today's video, I'm going to be going over 15 things that pros do that you don't. I watched gameplay from a bunch of different top tier pros and compiled a list of moves and plays that I see top players make regularly that I've noticed most people don't. Hopefully, you'll come away from today's video with some moves that you can integrate into your own playstyle and gameplay. Now the first clip I'm going to look at is from Polarized, and it's something that might be simple, but it's something I see every single pro do, and it's diagonal box fighting. Diagonal box fighting means smacking on walls from a diagonal tile instead of from a tile directly in front of the wall you're smacking. What it does for you is allow you to put your own wall in front of your face as a first line of defense in case your opponent runs out at you. The way I see a lot of good players die to bad players is by letting them run directly in their face. As soon as someone edits on you, you can instantly react by resetting your own wall. Setting up diagonally is how you should pickaxe every single wall and pressure every single opponent. In this clip, Peterbot is fighting in the Solo Victory Cash Cup Finals. This is the best player he fights the whole game and the only one who puts Peter on the defensive. Peter has made multiple boxes to play out of while healing. The opponent starts pickaxing his wall from above the box at what he thinks is a safe angle. What Peter does is run under him to get out of his sightline while editing out of his box and jumping into his face. The person smacking has no idea Peter is out of the box until he is already in front of him with his shotgun out. Peter also makes a point of tack sprinting out of the box to get the extra speed because though the opponent can't see him, if given enough time, he might be able to react to the sound of Peter editing the wall. In this clip, you can see Mr. Savage make a double edit and then immediately back up to place a wall. Oftentimes, when you do a double edit on someone, they'll place a wall right in front of your face to block your shot. If you back up like he did and place the wall yourself and then edit it, you can often catch your opponent with their builds out. Your opponent will walk towards you with his map out with the intention to place a wall in your face, but if you place the wall, edit it, and then pull your shotgun out, you'll have enough time to get a shot off and reset before your opponent shoots you. In this next clip, Clix is fighting someone who already has high ground on him. Clix does a unique low ground peek that I don't see a lot of people doing. On the bottom of his stair, he places a floor and cone to block the opponent's sightlines, and then with his blueprints out, he is able to edit the floor and cone from all the way at the bottom of his stair. This catches the opponent who thinks Clix is going to be at the top of the stair off guard, and he's able to outtrade him. Immediately after, Clix goes for the same play again, but this time he plays it even better and peeks it from below the stair. Although it doesn't work the second time, this is a super underrated peek that I don't often see and that people don't tend to expect. In this clip, I have numerous examples of pros doing something extremely basic, yet something that I don't see many people do. All too often, when people are trying to box fight or W key someone, they hop on their walls without blocking off any angles. A couple builds used to block off your angles are well worth not taking any damage, because not only does it counteract the advantage you might have created in the fight, but it also distracts you and gives your opponent ample opportunity to get a shot on you while you're reacting. In this season, there is also a big chance you get sniped if you don't block off your angles. In this clip from Mr. Savage, after he gets initial damage to start the fight, his main focus is to jump in and force a 50-50 to end the fight as quickly as possible. Something he does that I don't see a lot of people do is place multiple builds through the opponent's turbo build. This pressures them and gets piece control on them. Oftentimes you see people place a cone or a ramp through the wall break, but Savage in this clip places multiple walls and a cone through the wall. He does it multiple times, which ends up getting him the kill in this fight. In this clip, Clix uses a mechanic that we all know exists, but we generally think of it as useless. It's so unexpected, however. Nowadays, you can catch your opponent off guard just by using it. The mechanic is mantling up walls using the wooden board that got added this season. In this clip, Clix ends up fully boxing the opponent because of how unexpected it is. It's also very useful for off-spawn or any part of the game where you're low on mats. I can't stress it enough that it's so underused that people forget it exists. It completely catches everyone off guard. A move that Peterbot uses a lot to get chip damage in a box fight is this. If he's directly on the wall, he edits his cone up and goes to the diagonal setup we talked about earlier in the video to reset the cone and peek on the person who's standing on an open edit. This is a good play to make because not only does it get you in a better position for box fighting from a safer angle, it also gives you a safe opportunity to get a shot off. The only risk I perceive is that oftentimes I see keyboard and mouse players do this and reset the cone too early before they're out of sight lines, giving the other player a free shot. An easy fix to this is pressing edit and then using your right click reset to have good sightlines to know when to confirm instead of just scroll wheel resetting. In this clip, Mr. Savage initiates the fight with a beam and goes on the offensive. As he approaches the enemy wall, he pre-pieces every single exit the guy has. While this isn't exactly mat efficient, he is confident that he's going to end the fight quickly with this setup and he's getting the mats back. Doing this makes it so that even if the guy attempts to rebox, he has no option and Savage will force a 50-50 no matter what with his health advantage. The guy in this clip knows his fate and chooses to stay in his box instead of getting pre-piece, resulting in his wall being taken and his death. In this clip, Polarized does a form of long wall that I don't often see. Oftentimes you see people taking a wall from a full tile away, but not as often do people do it from a half tile away like this. Polar pre-fires his opponent and tries to jump in, and as he knows the only way the opponent can escape, he fully pre-pieces it from behind his own wall without having to move. Not only can you do it the way he does it, but you can also do it by peeking from behind the wall you're standing on, or use the far wall to peek if you make a smaller edit. One thing I notice a lot of pros doing is sitting on weak walls with their pickaxes out. In this clip, Clix knows his opponent is low and that he's going to edit out, so he holds his pickaxe out, and as soon as the guy edits, he immediately swings and takes the wall back. He knows that he has a health advantage, so now he just jumps in and ends the fight. This is a super good strategy that is super underutilized because people are scared to get caught by an edit while swinging their pickaxe. One thing that Savage loves to do is drop straight on a wall and place an edit a half ramp like this. This gives him a way to smack on a wall with the right hand that gives him an option to reset the wall if they open edit while he's swinging. In this clip, he uses the ramp to take a shot and then hits a clean pump shot to end the fight. This tip has a lot of utility and you can use it in any situation where you drop down on a wall. In this clip, Savage makes a 200 IQ trick play on his opponent. Since he's out of his opponent's sightline, he places a ramp that insinuates that he continues down the path. That way, he can make a sneak play and shoot him in the back if he tries to follow. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, but it's a play that can work often that you can do by misdirecting your opponent's attention to get a damage advantage. The last tip I see from Savage is how he always pushes himself in through ramps while he has a health advantage. If you walk into a ramp while shooting it, you'll go straight through and be on the same side as the opponent, forcing a 50-50, often resulting in a free elimination. Savage uses this a lot once he has a health advantage to clean up eliminations quickly and easily. He'll steal the wall, and then once they're holding the ramp, he'll break it with his AR while he pushes himself through and either finish out the elimination with his AR or shoot him with a pump. The last clip is from Poyo. Poyo dropped a 40 kill win, and one of the biggest trends in his gameplay is his abuse of the burst SMG. He adds all the attachments to it, making it have extremely good hipfire accuracy, so when he sprays through walls, the bullets bleed. You can get and use all of the attachments Poyo uses, like laser sights, from the workbench in the vault. He constantly does damage. This strategy is super overpowered as the burst SMG is the best close range gun in the game currently. Shooting the burst SMG over and over through walls is good chip damage, as well as a good way to finish out fights once your enemy is low. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you have anything else you want me to cover. Make sure to use code DOLLFN in the item shop if you made it this far, as it greatly supports me. Thanks again for watching, bye.